Stopleakin would begin to rapping in 2022 but would get a little notice in the city for snippets he would post dissing other rappers like LO3 Jank and K-Wop. He would have a lot of ups during his starting process of rapping and go out sad multiple times, but after dropping Stopleakin he would get in buzz in the real music scene and would start linking up with bigger rappers where he would stop claiming his hometown and start false claiming DC.
I don't know, bro.
So, where are you from? Obviously, you're from the DMV.
All right, so
like, let them know because
look.
You look it up. They're like, oh, he said he from DC, but I've never seen nothing that said that you from DC.
All right, so look, I ain't gonna hold you. I just grew up in DC, bro.
Okay.
A lot of niggas be thinking, well, I was born there, bro.
Okay.
Grew up there, all that shit, bro. And a lot of niggas be getting it confused. They be thinking just cause niggas live all the way out in VA that niggas ain't from DC. Yeah, that niggas ain't from the city, bro. But I real grew up around Northeast, bro.
He would start claiming DC after getting a buzz to try to stir people away from what happened in his hometown and his past. Stopleakin's right hand Lil Kai would begin to hang with members from the E and start to get locked in. This would eventually cause him to backdoor his right hand, Stopleakin getting him bagged. Stopleakin would be bagged by members from the E for his Nike ski mask and gold chain. After this, he would go Little Jeff Black and plot his get back, but during plotting, members would bump into him again at a local shopping center and knock out his tooth. Lucky for Stopleakin, this beef would die down after Little Sticks, his main op from the E, would get locked up and bite the cheese. After falling out with his right hand Lil Kai, he would start messing with rapper YMMK. They would make a couple of songs and be posted up together 24/7. This would be cut short after YMMK would find out that Stopleakin was pillow talking about him to females. Rapper YMMK would then expose Stopleakin on Instagram for begging to buy him beats to rap on and asking for fronts where they would go back and forth dissing each other on songs.
I'm like, that bitch ain't get back, so why should I care? Man, we better go bag him again. Man, I'm tryna bag him as friend. Man, why he showing up to court? I'm selling this shit at them junkies, they snort. I could teach you how to flip $1. Drew got bag, grab by his collar. I used to send that nigga money for beats. I heard Lil Drew, he clip you sweet. Man, now I'm toning that FN. That nigga, he...
After back and forth disses, YMMK would bag Stopleakin man Slimy Youngin, where once again they would not get back, and this would die down to YMMK getting booked for multiple shootings. After falling out with YMMK, he would start hanging back around with Lil Kai. They would start taking down local YNs for petty stuff and eventually locked in with some Migos and start working with them. Stopleakin would make a dumb move where he would try to run off with some bags and lay low. This would backfire with them catching him riding his bike home and would run him over off his bike. They would end up getting out the car and making him send the money worth of bags he took, and they would take his second Nike ski and bike and make him walk home. Stopleakin would start getting a little better with rap and started pulling in more views where this impressed Motion Man Ron, and they would start kicking it. Motion Man Ron would show support and repost Stopleakin music and show love when out of nowhere Lil Kai would have a beef breakout with one of Motion Man Ron's man's name Rich, which Lil Kai and Richie would agree to wreck one-on-one to squash it. This would result in Rich giving Lil Kai the belt in front of a bunch of females, and he would feel a type of way. He would set up a meet with Motion Man Ron man's 25K, and Lil Kai would take him for his stick. After this, Motion Man Ron would go on Instagram posting outside of Stopleakin house telling him to come outside, where he wouldn't come outside, and Stopleakin mother would ask Ron to leave before she called the police. Stopleakin would pick up beef with Oakside 5, where he would drag on them in multiple songs, and he would post videos of him walking the Oaks and Shorehaven on Instagram multiple times. This would backfire where he would be caught walking home, where his ops would pull up beside him. He would tell them get the fuck before he starts blowing this Drake, and started pump faking where he would turn around at a 100-degree angle and haul ass away from them.
Man, that nigga in the trees. Oh yeah.
After this, Stopleakin would really go black, where he would go purchase the biggest iron on the market to get his get back. He would wait for the perfect moment and make his move while watching his ops on Instagram off a fake account. He would creep up on them, slowly up his new iron, and then
Stop leaking. Hey, stop leaking.
Oh my dead grandpa.
they would take his BB gun and his clothes off of him. The whole city would turn on him, making him the bit of the city. He would take time, keep dropping music, and end up blowing up with his song Soul Leaking. After blowing up, Stopleakin managed to turn everyone that hated on him into fans and had the whole city blasting his music and waiting for him to drop. He would even make an appearance on Off the Radar. Things were looking good for Stopleakin until he would decide to go to a local football game while revisiting his hometown. Things would be going smooth for him, where he would be watching the game, chatting it up, and an unexpected diss from 2 years ago would catch up to him. K-Wop's man would not like this diss and would bump into him at this football game, beat him silly. He would get stomped out by at least 20 people and get his third Nike ski took and his watch took, and since then Stopleakin went black.